So, you've just bought a Next Carter cabin station and you need some help putting it together. Well, we're going to show you how. In this video, we're focusing on just the bed. So even if you don't get round to finishing the rest of the build today, your little one will still have somewhere to sleep.
Make sure you have a friend or partner around who is willing to help, as it does require 2 people. And in terms of tools, you'll just need a Phillips screwdriver, like this.
Clear enough space in the room to assemble the product. Due to its size, we recommend that you build it in the room intended for its use.
Lay the boxes flat on the floor and open up the numbers 4 and 5, and put the others to the side for now. Grab the instructions and check out the Before You Start page.
Lay out all of the parts either on a rug, a carpet, or using the packaging provided. And check you have all of the necessary fittings by referencing them against the Getting to Know Your Product pages. Keep any children out of the way whilst you assemble the product.
Right, let's get going. Feel free to pause the video as we go. The part numbers will appear on the right of the screen, and the fitting references will be on the left, to make it as easy as possible.
We're going to start by building the bed frame. Take both parts labelled 14 and attach them to part 1 using 6 Y8 screws. Tighten in place using the T4 Allen key. Now put a spot of glue in the outside holes of part 1 and push in the thinner dowels, D7. When fitting the back panel, it helps to tilt part 1.
When inserting the barrel nut, make sure the thread is the right way to receive the bolt.
Take part 8 and fit to part 1 using the K6 barrel nuts and the W35 screws and tighten. Now take part 12 and fix to part 1 in the same way as part 8. When fitting panel 13, it's important that the other person supports the end of the panel. And now just repeat the steps for the other side.
With panel 11, make sure the unfinished edge is facing up towards the top of the bed.
Slot part 16 onto the underside of the bed so it fits snugly with part 2. Then tighten in place with 4 Y8 screws. Turn the bed the right way round carefully with 2 people. Slide part 9 onto the top of the bed and fix in place using 11 of the Y8 screws and tighten with the Allen key. Now slide in panel 10 and fix in place in the same way, using 11 of the Y8 screws and tighten. When fitting panel 10, make sure these 4 holes all line up. Fix part 15 to the underside of the bed using 4 Y8 screws and tighten. Now put some glue and 2 D7 dowels into the holes at the end of part 2. Slide into place part 7 and put 2 K6 nuts into the side holes. Attach this to part 2 using 2 W35 screws and tighten. Put 2 K4 nuts into the other end of part 7 and fix in place using 2 W36 screws and then tighten. Take parts 3, 4, 5 and 6 and put some glue into the larger holes and push in the thicker dowels, D10, into each piece.
One of the steps has 2 holes in it. Make sure it's at the curved end with the 2 holes facing the back.
Then slot parts 5 and 6 onto part 3. Now slot on part 4 and tighten both edge parts using Y8 screws. Now fix the ladder to the bed. Put some glue and 4 D10 dowels into the holes visible on the bed frame and push the ladder against the bed. Then fix in place using 2 Y8 screws and tighten.
Well, that's the bed done. Feels nice and solid.
Check out our other videos for help on how to make the chest, robe and desk. We hope you and your family are pleased with your Carter cabin station. To keep your new product looking its best, wipe occasionally with a damp cloth, then buff with a dry clean cloth. And make sure you move items placed on top periodically.